If you ask 20 doctors to define health, you'll get 20 different answers. Probably the usual response will be an absence of disease or illness, but this only extends as far as our ability to detect these things, which in some cases is not very far at all. Appearances can certainly be deceptive. However, if you ask 20 personal trainers to define fitness, you'll be lucky to get any responses at all. At least the one thing that is on the side of doctors is that they have to go through a prescribed training. Personal trainers are currently going through a rebranding exercise which includes calling themselves exercise physiologists. They'll be giving themselves the title doctor before long, but I guess I shouldn't be too harsh because nearly everyone else does it. My point is that individuals who are in this space, namely the business of keeping us fit and healthy, don't really understand the nuances, and in particular they don't understand or comprehend how simple things such as the food we eat can have such a profound effect on how the body functions and therefore affects both our health and fitness. The human body is made up of billions of cells of various types, all largely having a specialist function, but there are many processes in these various cell types that are common to all, irrespective of their specialist function. These processes require energy, and the cell obtains this energy through a series of chemical reactions known collectively as the Krebs cycle. Detail of this process can be gleaned from the presentation with the same name on the main Nistia site. Suffice to say that the energy substrates are the same throughout the body, and these are glucose, fatty acids, ketone bodies, some amino acids, and alcohol. The notable exception is the brain and spinal cord, which cannot utilize fatty acids. They have an obligatory requirement for glucose. So you can get an automatic appreciation of how important the supply of energy substrate is for optimal cell function. If the restriction becomes significant to the point that the cell starts to shut down, then we potentially run into problems. And this is almost certainly how insulin resistance becomes part of a disease state. As discussed in the various presentations on the main site and in the presentation in Doc's Digest entitled Insulin Resistance is Normal, it exists to conserve energy substrate, but if carried to the point where the cell is effectively starved, then this spells disaster. In practical terms, this suboptimal cell function translates into suboptimal body function, which segues nicely back to our definitions of fitness and health. My hypothesis is that if you have any degree of insulin resistance, which you will inevitably have if you are eating the standard Western diet, then you can call yourself neither healthy nor fit. And that is my definition. It also explains wonderfully the concept of biological optimum function, or BOF, something that is an integral part of the Nistia philosophy and the Nistia formula. Allowing your cells to have minimal insulin resistance, or conversely, maximal insulin sensitivity, will permit optimal function, resulting in perfect health and perfect fitness. And the added benefit, without having to do anything else, is that your disease risk will be minimal and you will be at your biological optimum weight, or BO, which equates to about 10% body fat.